had lost my brother. My brother died at home. He had taken a heroin overdose, and I found him. And he was my best friend, and he was 42, quite young, but he was the subject of our dysfunctional childhood that, you know, he didn't get the help. He didn't ask for help. Okay, so that is, and they're very good at hiding. Some men find it harder to talk about it. And that catapulted me into a year of extreme grief. And I found Mind, and I phoned them and I just said, look, I've been diagnosed with BPD and I just can't get the help from the NHS. And that was where the Waves program opened up, because it's for people with BPD and mood disorders. And it began a year-long journey of reiterating what I'd learned already in terms of cognitive behavioral therapy. And but what solidified it was the sessions in the morning were dedicated to working and talking, and then in the afternoon was interacting with people. And I think my biggest problem was isolating from others and just hiding away. And the more you isolate, the more your problem becomes impacted. So it was through the Waves program that I met Katie, and I hope she doesn't mind me mentioning a name. She ran the Waves program when I was there, and it seemed chaotic at first, but mid-year, I suddenly realized that I had been everything that I wanted to be. I wasn't already. It was just about taking that step and realizing that I was going to get better. And I think that a lot of the time it's not seeing that hope, but there is hope. There's absolutely hope. And if I can be ill for so long, and to tell you that I don't suffer from depression anymore is not true. Of course I do. It is a lifelong thing. I don't suffer crippling months and weeks, because I've been taught that this too will pass. It will pass, and our feelings are just feelings. It doesn't mean to say they are true. And you know, it's important to know that if we address it early and take the stigma away from having treatment, and treatment is it's just finding out who you are. What is it that makes you tick? What is it that you need to make yourself feel well and happier? Content. Happy is a big word. It encapsulates a lot. Contentment. I'm happy, and I'm happy if I get through the day with just being okay and no drama. You know, that's what we all ask for. Get my job done, get everything done, and I go to bed, and that is a good day. You know, the expectations need to be focused on, how do I get well? And I think if I'd had taken my medication earlier, it would have given me, you see, the medication allows you to go into the deep work without harming yourself. You see, some people are hiding a lot of trauma, and the drugs help you to just blanket over that. It wraps you in a blanket slightly, just for the time for all the therapy to work. And you know, I was on a high dose, and I'm happy to say this, I'm not on such a high dose, and I probably will be able to stop one day, but if I don't, and that's okay too, because everybody needs a plaster somewhere. And you've got to understand that even if it takes you 5-6 days, maybe 3 weeks to make that call, don't ever say to yourself, I can't do it. Say, I'm not ready to do it yet. It really is about terminology with mental illness. And I think we need to change the rhetoric of how we talk about ourselves and our mental well-being. It is not negative. It is for the good of all of us to be functioning and happy members of society. Therefore, it's all of our responsibility. In South Africa, we say Ubuntu, which means togetherness. I am nothing without the other. So my happiness is nothing if everybody else is unhappy. So it really is about togetherness. And I think that's really important.